Today we are continuing our lesson 7, Rise of Kingdoms and Republics. In our last class we almost completed the introduction part only. Let us listen the next topic of this lesson, the Mahajanapadas. I told what it was, Mahajanapadas or Janapadas. The bigger Janapadas were known as Mahajanapadas. Actually, during the period from 600 BCE to 400 BCE, saw the emergence of different and many Mahajanapadas in India. A number of Janapadas joined together, like as the modern districts joined together and forming a state, like that way. Number of smallest Janapadas joined together, and it was formed bigger and more powerful independent kingdoms. So that was commonly known as Mahajanapadas. That large and independent kingdoms came to be known as Mahajanapadas. Remember, and according to the Buddhist, Jain and Vedic texts, there were 16 Mahajanapadas in the 6th century AD. In the last lesson we studied the Jataka stories, Tripedakas, Angas, like that way, the Buddhist and Jainist texts. So that in that literature itself mentioned about the Mahajanapadas, almost 16 were there in those books mentioned about that. Next is the monarchies and republics. Already we know monarchy means ruling by a ruler or king. That type of system was known as monarchy. Republic means we know that the present way of our democratic republic governments are there in the modern period itself. So that is, it's a familiar term to us, what is republic. Okay, in some Mahajanapadas, monarchical form of government was prevalent, while in the others there was republican form of government. I will tell what it was of those ones separately. I will tell what is the difference. A republic, remember, a republic, that is a form of government in which there is no hereditary king. Means the king's death after his son, like that way, no hereditary king was not there in the republics. Those who have the main capacity or a powerful person, that person can become the next ruler. There was no hereditary, parambaryam. Remember the term meaning hereditary. It was not there in a republic government, and the power it is held by the representatives elected by the people, like as our modern government, electing by the people. The Lichavis and the Sankhyas were among the important republics. So, for example, it is given there, the Lichavi groups and the Sankhyas were republican form of government followed. But the monarchies means, in other hand, it is known as they were ruled by kings, and the kingship was hereditary. Now father is the ruler, means after his death, his next son, means eldest son, will become next ruler. Like that way, it is known as hereditary. And all the Mahajanapadas had its own capital cities. Were fortified. Fortified means completely all the parts were covered with different walls and all. Huge walls of wood, brick and stone were built around them. Actually, these forts actually built for different way itself, because protecting themselves from attacks by other kings, and show their power and wealth, and control the land and the people living inside the fortified area. So that was the power showing by the ruler to others. That's why they covered with the wall, very powerful wall and all, and fortified the region. And the rulers of the Mahajanapadas maintained huge armies and paid regular salaries to the soldiers. As these rulers built huge forts and maintained big armies, they need more resources, and that's why they started to collecting taxes from the people. Remember, tax collected from the people for maintaining their huge army and also fortifying their capital city and all. Different taxes collected like that. Baga, it's a tax upon crops which was fixed at 1/6 of the produce. 1/6, how much produced? It's one part. 1/6 it is there, means it's the one part only want to give as baga. Taxes on crafts persons. For example, an ironsmith or a weaver had to work for a day every month for the king. Like that way, taxes collected from the craftsmen, and also taxes on goods brought and sold through trade. Trademans also want to give the tax, and the taxes on animal herders in the form of animals and animal produce, like that way want to give, and hunters and gatherers. So different occupations followed by the people in the region, all one were want to give different kinds of taxes. So not only money, during that way whatever the product, that thing want to give as the tax. Most of these Mahajanapadas were situated north of Vindhya. Remember Vindhya and Satpura ranges we studied, no? So nearest to Vindhya, east or north part of Vindhya. So for example, most powerful among that were four one: Vatsa, Avanti, Kosala and Magadha. In next class we will study separately Vatsa, Avanti, Kosala, Magadha, these regions. Almost 16 Mahajanapadas were there. Among the 16, the most powerful are these four. Okay, students, listen. One difference it is given there in your textbook. Difference between monarchies and republics. I wrote here the points, but it is given very easily there in a table wise image you can see there in your textbook. Just study that one. It is very easy for you to remembering that the difference between the monarchies and republics. Okay, thank you.